This is One on One. My God, that is fabulous. That is from the hit Broadway show Matilda, and two of the stars right here, Gabriel Ebert, the Tony Award-winning actor from the show, and Lesli Margherita, who is also from the show, wonderful actress. You are great.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Which one were you in there?
I was the guy with the green hair and the green plaid.
And which one were you?
The big blonde. All the
Come
big blonde
on.
hair.
Fabulous.
His wife.
You guys are great.
Oh, well,
Thanks.
thank you.
For those who don't know all about Matilda, tell folks, what's it all about?
Take it.
It's
Matilda's
about...
five-ish?
Matilda's 5.
Yeah.
She's a 5-year-old. She's a very special little girl. She has terrible parents, us. And it's about her journey, really, her coming into her own and getting away from these terrible parents. And she has a horrible headmistress at school. And through the course of events, she develops some superpowers.
Magical?
Magical powers.
superpowers.
And
in
how
order
do
to
you-
cope with her situation, you know, and in order to sort of defeat the tyranny and stupidity around her.
What kind of dad are you?
I am a used car salesman. And,
I don't see it.
I know.
I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Well, this
What do you wear? What do you wear?
Oh, it's amazing.
yeah, I think I've got to have, I don't want to toot any horns here, but I think I got to have, like, the best outfit on Broadway. I have the most preposterous
It's really amazing.
green plaid tweed suit that is absurd, and I wear that through the whole show, but I am a reprehensible father, but only because sort of a lack of education. You know, I grew up in South London. I'm a Cockney. I don't know much about much, and I'd rather have had a son, but I have this smart, precocious daughter, and she frankly points out my stupidity to everyone. I can't bear that, so I got to teach her a lesson or two.
You do think she's a boy?
What do you mean you think? We're giving away too much?
No, well, not really. Yeah. Through the course of the play, I either think that she's a boy or constantly call her a boy to will it into happening.
Well, whatever you're doing, that's okay. But you won the Tony for this.
I did win the Tony for this
How cool was
performance.
that?
It was really cool. It continues to be really cool. It's shocking and preposterous, but
Why is it preposterous?
just because I you know, I always dreamed of this ever since I was a kid. I always wanted this to happen. I didn't know it could happen so soon, and I'm playing a role that's so far from myself. Maybe that's how it happens, as you transform. And I guess I just feel lucky to have even gotten the role, let alone be in a situation where I could win a Tony for it.
Speaking of winning, you have won the Olivier Award.
Yes.
Very true.
You won big stuff. And why is she so great, by the way?
Well, A, just take a gander, but B,
Gander.
Yeah.
What is it, 1952? Take a gander.
it is. B, she's got pipes of gold. This woman can sing like notes that you wouldn't even imagine, and she's also got a heart of gold. I don't know, but yeah, we get to play very loud, heightened characters, and we just we keep challenging each other to push the bar higher.
You
and
want to
higher.
see and hear a clip of your pipes?
Do I?
Yeah, you want to hear?
Sure.
Let's go. Let's go to the
Sure.
clip. All right?
Let's see my pipes.
Let's see your
Check it out.
pipes.
You have got to be. Girl, you gotta learn to stand up and stick out from the crowd. A little less fat, a lot more heel. A little less fat, a lot more feel. A little less brains, a lot more hair. A little less hair, a lot more derriere.
Endless joy and endless laughter. Folks living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise is 23 minutes plus advertisements. Why would we waste our energy turning the pages 1, 2, 3 when we can sit comfortably on a lovely bumperly watching people singing and talking and doing stuff?
Oh, you guys are great.
We look nothing
Yeah.
like we do on stage. It's crazy.
true.
How did you audition to get this?
I was living in LA and I had heard about the show from friends of mine in London. It was a big hit there, and so I flew out here and auditioned a bunch of times and auditioned in LA, and then waited forever, it seemed like. And I never met him during the auditions. And then I don't know, got a call and here I am.
When did you know you had to carry him?
Well, it was pretty early on the day that we met.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I got lucky.
When does the chemistry thing start?
I think like
Yeah, it
No,
happened.
come on, seriously. When did you know you really could work so well together?
One thing I would say, which Les has this incredible dance number in the show, this huge dance number, and so for weeks she would.
It wasn't what we just saw?
No, it is what
it
you
is
just
that.
saw.
Yeah, it better be that.
But you have no
Something's
idea what.
better than that?
No, it's
Gets
not. It doesn't
bigger.
get better. But yeah, she gets even more preposterous, if you can imagine, doing flips and things. And so they rehearse that endlessly. I'm not in that scene, so oftentimes I was sort of kept out of the loop, peeking through the window. You know, oh, she's really good. But when we finally got to rehearse the scenes, which came sort of after, that's when we started to find our vibe together. Whereas since I don't have a big dance number, a lot of the time I just thought, why am I in this play? You know what I mean? And then eventually...
Then you have this amazing number.
It's true.
You do. You have an amazing number.
But my number depends on the audience. I sort of break the fourth wall and get to speak to the audience. And so I didn't really get to rehearse it that much because I would have been rehearsing in a vacuum, and the director didn't feel that was very useful, which I thank him immensely for. Because when I tried to do it with just the director there, he'd seen it 1,000 times because he directed it in London too. So it was like, save that for when it counts, you know?
I'm curious about something beyond this whole
Yeah?
great stuff going on, what we just saw. Well, how many kids are we talking about in here?
There are 4 Matildas that rotate.
4 Matildas.
4
4 different
Matildas.
Matildas that rotate. They each do 2 a week.
Go ahead.
Then we've got 8 ensemble kids. Is that correct?
What's it like with them?
Oh, they're amazing. You know, I was actually kind of afraid I wasn't a huge child actor fan, and was afraid that they were going to be just brats. And these kids were amazing.
Why?
They're kids. They're not the typical actor kids that you would think
Yeah, they're not
about.
these polished machines. They're actually, and I think it actually helps the show. The more genuinely childlike and messy that they are, it actually helps the quality of the show, because that's what a kid is, and that's what you want to see. And when you see these polished things, it actually, you think, that's not a kid.
But how do they interact with you? I'm curious, because I can't even imagine how they see both of you. How do they interact with you?
It was great because, I mean, we weren't dressed crazy like that in rehearsal, and we really got to know the kids before putting all the nuts stuff on. But they're great. They laugh. I mean, I think the more that we yell at them, the more they laugh. They think it's
What
funny.
do you mean the more you yell at them?
Because we're always screaming at the kids on stage, and so they think it's funny. They think it's hysterical. And I was really worried about that in the beginning.
I mean, in your role.
In the
In the
role,
role.
yeah.
I just want to make sure you're just not yelling at these
No,
kids.
we
Well,
don't just
no.
arbitrarily yell at
That
the
would
children.
be wrong.
It would be.
One would think.
clarify.
One would think it's
But
wrong.
they have this warm-up every day that the kids do before the show, and I always try and go to the warm-up, and that way I can warm up with the kids, ask them how school is going. You know, these kids are in school as well all the time, which is amazing. And, you know, they're doing school and they're doing this. Some of them have more Broadway shows under their belt than we do. And,
Yeah.
and so, I don't know. I think they have stuff to learn from us, and we definitely have things to learn from them.
Did you ever think it'd be this big?
The show?
For you, for the two of you?
I had no idea what it would bring into my life. I thought, man, I'm lucky to be jumping on board this incredible ship, but let alone what it has offered to me. But the promise of this show coming from England was a huge thing, and so I just thought, man, I better live up to that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I
for
think
you?
we knew what it was there and hoped that it would be as big here, and it's just kind of snowballed and gotten bigger and bigger. It's been an amazing ride, honestly.
What I'm curious about is, again, we wind up having so many wonderful people. For those who watch us one-on-one, coming to you from this particular location, we love our New Jersey-based one-on-one programs, but when you're here in this location, you get to bring people like yourself on and who would find it harder, let's say, to come across the river back to Jersey because you don't know where it is or don't want to come there. But that being said, what I'm always wondering about is, as a kid, did you see yourself saying, hey, I want to be on Broadway?
I did. I remember being a kid. I remember watching Annie. I'd go see, I don't know, I always wanted to.
Was it TV acting that you fell in love with, or was it stage?
Stage.
Stage, why?
I don't know. I just love it. I love just having the audience there. I love getting that immediate reaction. It's different every night. It's just, I don't know. I
School
always loved
plays?
it. School plays.
School
yeah.
plays?
Oh, school plays. I went to an arts high school in Colorado where I grew up, so I got to do big school plays.
Hold on. Your high school was all about.
Absolutely, yeah. Denver School of the Arts. It's a
Was
great
it Glee?
place. Not quite Glee. It's not just performing arts, actually, which was cool. There was creative writing, there was technical stuff, and so there were also just behind-the-scenes people, which took the level of, look at me, down.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
So when you grow up saying, this is what I'm going to do, I hate even asking this, but I have to ask anyway. You decide, I don't have to ask, I choose to. You decide it's what you want to do, and you're so successful at it. Do you even spend 2 seconds thinking, what happens if I'm not?
What happens?
Like, what's
I mean,
what's the backup plan?
Well, I had no backup plan. I have
Because
no skills.
yes, you do. Do you say to yourself, because you're a used car salesman, right?
That's right. Yeah, I think 2 seconds out of every minute.
I think you always.
Of course.
You
question that.
don't spend any time because
You
this is
do.
it. This is the thing you do.
This is
it's
the thing
what
I
you're going to do.
And we've been putting our reps in since we were children. You know what I mean? I mean, like a professional athlete would have been playing their sport since they were
That's what
5.
you do.
And in a way, we've been lucky enough to do that. You know, I'm lucky that my parents drove me to choir practice and took me
So
to
they
all my
were all
plays.
in.
They were all in.
Did not say have a backup plan.
I mean, they probably said it, but I didn't.
They didn't
listen
say it to you, which is the most important
That's
thing.
right.
They were all in. All in?
All
around you?
in. All in.
Encouraged you.
All in. Never even said have a backup plan.
Yeah.
All
I
in.
love that.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's a beautiful thing. Incredibly blessed.
And
to have that.
how proud do you think folks are? Obvious question.
They're so proud. They're so proud. And I know, like, his
Yeah.
parents, they're so proud.
I got to have my mom and my dad next to me at the Tonys, and it was an
What?
amazing moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Describe that one.
Well,
At the Tony Awards.
at the Tony Awards,
Your
yeah.
mom-
I brought my mom on the red carpet, you know what I mean, which was a big moment for her. And then she got to sit next to me. They put the camera on you and say the nominees, and she sort of grabbed my hand.
Did you really not know?
No.
You
no,
really don't know.
Of course not.
No.
No way. You have no idea. I couldn't even believe I was there in the first place. Yeah.
Call your name. Go ahead.
Gabriel Ebert.
And
And then what? What do you mean,
You
call
walk
my
up?
own name? Yeah, I get up. I think, okay, don't get played off by music. Be sensible. Take a deep breath.
Such a good speech.
Oh, thank you. There's like 6,000 people there, let alone the cameras. I don't know. I just thought, be present. Which is hard to do in a moment like that.
Meanwhile, our entire cast was around a television about this big at our theater, all together. It was an amazing moment, and he won, and just the screams. It was really amazing for everybody. It was great.
well,
Lucky man.
not only are they proud of you, everyone else is proud of you.
Absolutely.
And you have a great team, and I
Yeah.
want to thank you.
Thank you.
Our daughter's 3. Can she go to this or no? That's okay.
It's a lot to handle.
Yeah.
Give her a couple years.
Yeah, I got it. We'll bring
We'll
the
be
older
there.
kids. The play is Matilda, the musical. It is fabulous. And Gabriel and Leslie, I want to thank you for joining us.
a pleasure.
You're a terrific
Thank you.
guest. Thanks
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this from our Lincoln Center studio.
One on One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System. Funding has been provided by Barnabas Health, Berkeley College, the law firm of Gibbons PC, United Water, Wells Fargo, Verizon Communications, and by New Jersey Natural Gas. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One on One with Steve Adubato has been made possible in part by the Adler Aphasia Center.